Hello friends, today we are making a handmade paper and it's gonna look something like this. So it's gonna be learning about textures of how to make handmade paper, okay? And we're gonna add colors. There was a leaf actually in here, but it fell off. So we're gonna talk about inclusions. We are going to use paper towels, tissue paper, different materials to create our own paper. So this one was made out of tissues, as you can see, and it's a nice circular shape. This one is more like a square shape. And in this one, I added even some glitter to it. And you can see the beautiful texture. And this one was supported on a piece of paper. So what we're gonna try is do different ways. So each table will have a different opportunity to try. For example, some of you will have this board. This one will help the paper to then peel off easier when it's finished. So we're gonna be either working on a foam cord like this. It's a foam cord, okay? So please don't break it. We'll be really gentle with it. There's gonna be no creasing. You have to reuse it after each class. Or some of you will make a circular paper like I did here on top of a paper. This kind of also foam. It's the same material. It's a foam, and it's a plate. So you're gonna be creating a circle over the plate or square over this foam, okay? Depending what we have available. Maybe some older grades will create a paper created on top of another paper just for the texture effects, okay? So we'll see which one will work best. Okay, let's see. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need some different tissue paper. So each table is gonna experiment with different inclusions. So we can cut these and tear these. Okay, I'm gonna tear them like so, like I did here. And you're gonna be placing them in different arrangements, creating some textures and some beautiful colors. Okay, and we have circles as well, or squares like I used here. So if I peel this, some of this will peel off easily, but this paper on top stays pretty good. But these were squares, tissue paper squares. Okay, so I didn't use any glue in this. This was just water and brush, and I'll show you the process. We are also going to be able to use some paints, and so you can add a little bit accents of paint and layer some paint. I put yellow and orange and purple and red into my paper. So the process is pretty easy. First, I'm gonna put this away, and all you need to do is get your boards ready. So you're gonna either have a circle or you're going to have a rectangle. Okay, let's get started. Okay, every table has a tissue paper. Please don't make it wet. We're just gonna peel some tissue paper. Each student will get a couple of rolls of tissue paper. This one is brand new, so you're gonna, if you have a brand new, just get it started. Okay, and we're gonna break it up. Take about 3 feet of it or so. Each student, 1, 2, 3. That's good. And now we're going to start breaking it up and layer. Put some water down, and this one is slightly colored, as you can see. So at least you can see I'm putting water. It's kind of staying there. And you can see where I'm putting the water. Otherwise it would be clear. You would not be able to see. But the brush had some color already in it. And you can just peel and overlay in different directions, okay, depending on what textures you want. So you can tear long way also to see how I'm gonna fit this space here. I'll put some water. I'm gonna fit this space, and I'm always overlapping. And when you go over this area, just make sure you don't tear it. So be very gentle. And I'm gonna also add some color, so I'm taking some color here. I'm gonna add some watercolor, and I'm gonna start coloring my paper as I go, and I have all these beautiful textures happening. And what you want about those 3 feet of paper, so I'm gonna put the tissue on top later, like, and don't make the tissue wet like I did here. So be very careful not to start on the tissue too soon. You need to have about 7 layers of paper done before you can start on the tissue. You can layer it in small sections for different textures. If you want to make it look like mountains, you can make a little peak here. Maybe for that, I'll use some darker color. I'll do some purple here, and I'll layer it down with some blue. And I'm gonna make my composition. It's like a painting and a handmade paper all at the same time. You can make any kind of idea and composition. So, and you keep adding your tissue papers, and your last accents are going to have to do with adding the colored tissue paper. So I can add some clouds to my composition here with the tissue paper, or maybe textures on my mountain. Okay, so you're going to keep adding what you like. Make it really cool. Maybe strips on the bottom representing some water. I'm gonna put some strips here. Okay, I'm gonna layer a few more papers over that, but I gotta go pick up my class, and I'll show you more in class. This is just a short introduction for the video. Okay, now is your turn.